To become a firefighter for the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department, applicants must go through a series of steps to even be considered for recruit school. One of the most important parts of the application process is the CPAT.
CPAT stands for Candidate Physical Ability Test, and the purpose of it is so the fire departments that are involved in our Wellness Fitness Initiative can hire the best candidate. We, on average, lose 100 firefighters a year. About 50% of those deaths each year throughout the country is due to lack of physical fitness or cardiac-related deaths, and that's where most of our firefighters die. If you think about it, if you hire someone that's capable of doing the job, obviously physically capable, you're going to have less chance of injuries, less downtime, you're going to have a more efficient fire department, a much better department that can service the community.
CPAT consists of 8 stations where candidates demonstrate their ability to perform basic firefighter skills. CPAT is a pass-fail exam that must be completed within 10 minutes and 20 seconds.
Event 1.
We start out with the step mill test, and what that simulates is a firefighter in full gear plus an air pack. Once they get on the step mill, we add an additional 25 pounds to the 50-pound vest that they already have on. What that simulates is carrying tools. The step mill test lasts for 3 minutes. Once you complete that, we remove the 25 pounds. You still keep the 50-pound vest on.
Event 2.
The next event you move to is the hose carry. So you advance the hose line, and the purpose for that is to see if you can handle carrying a hose line from the fire apparatus to the building.
Event 3.
Then the next event is you go to the tool carry, which simulates that you're taking tools off the fire truck and carrying them again to the building and then back to the fire truck.
Event 4.
We move over to the ladders, which we simulate here at the test center as you're actually throwing the ladder to a building or to a window. Then you move over to the next ladder and you actually extend the ladder, and then you lower the ladder under control. And that again simulates that you're on the fire ground, you've thrown the ladder, and then you've also taken it down.
Event 5.
The next event you move to is a forcible entry test to see if you were needed to break into a door, force a door, we would have you strike the device until this alarm goes off, which again simulates that you've opened the door.
Event 6.
You move on to the next event, which is a search event, which we also can test to see if you have any problems going into a close, confined environment or a very dark environment. So that gives us a little bit of a test to see if you can handle that type of situation. There are some obstacles in there that you have to overcome.
Event 7.
Once you exit that maze, the search event, you walk around to where the mannequin is, simulating that you may have found someone in the structure that you have to remove, that you have to rescue. So you have to drag the mannequin around a device and back to where you found the mannequin.
Event 8.
Once you finish that, you move back on the course over to where we have a ceiling breach simulator, which simulates that after the fire's out, we need to check for extension of a fire, and that by means of that is we would pull ceilings down in the structure to see if fire is up in the ceiling. And then once that's completed, the test is completed.
One of the most common mistakes applicants make during the application process is not attending the mentoring session for the CPAT.
I'll tell our applicants to come to our practices. You know, even if you are in the best shape ever, walking on the rotating stair mill, there's small steps. And just because you're a big guy and in shape, getting out there and actually touching the equipment, it's easy to trip and fall off of that equipment, and then you have to wait 8 weeks to come back. So it is important to get a practice session in to get a feel of each step of the way. There are times when people think I can't do this, I'm too small, or I'm not strong enough. A lot of the process is technique.
The CPAT is only part of the application process of becoming a firefighter. Applicants must take a written exam and complete a polygraph and psychological evaluation. Once a candidate has completed the application process, they will be placed on a waiting list to be considered for recruit school.
First and foremost, we're looking for law-abiding citizens. Continuing education. We're in a very diverse community, so being bilingual is definitely a plus. They could seek certification as an EMTB or as a paramedic, and of course keeping in good physical condition is a must.
We do hire a really highly qualified, physically fit applicant, which is a positive not only for us but also the community.
For more information, please contact the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Recruitment Section at 703-246-3939 or visit fairfaxcounty.gov/fire/recruitment.